Well, yes, there is such thing as a role model. Just by definition, it's someone you look up to. Now, if you could find one, that's completely up to you where you live and what you find successful in life. So, as for me, I have a role model. I had a couple role models. My dad would be a pretty good one too. Really hard working man. Even though he sometimes put me down sometimes, but he would sort of, help me out. No.
I ain't even about to lie. No.
Yes, I did. My dad, he was the closest I've ever had to like I had any role model or friend that I've actually had that was older. Also my older brother. Now, reasons being that my dad always pushed me and my older brother pushed me further because he always tried to be better.
Okay, I had honestly no real role model. Only role model I could possibly think that was that too was my cousin because she was in college, was there now. And she was pretty much the only one in my family I decided that went up to college. And I wanted to be like her. I wanted to get an education. So that's really the only role model I had.
Well, I had one friend. He was way older than I was. I was like 5 or 6. He was like 18, 19 years old. He went on to armed forces. I was like 10. I haven't seen him walk a lot since then, but back then he used to take me places whenever my dad was at work. When my dad would go to work, I'd go to my aunt's house. He'd normally take me like a marine or something to my dad got work.
Well, coming from where I came from, like, real, honestly and truthfully, like, role models to me were people who were not doing good things. Like, I was looking up to drug dealers, strippers, everybody that I wasn't supposed to be looking up to. But that's where I came from because I was seeing people leave for college every year, graduating high school, going to college. I was seeing people with kids saying, like, I got to figure out how I'm going to take care of my kids. Like, I was looking up to strippers. Like, them the girls that I seen riding around in good cars with nice clothes, hair stay done. Like, those are people who were succeeding at that time. Like, so I was looking up to people who had money, not necessarily smart people, but the people with the money.
When I was 5, I saw Michael Jackson as a role model. But other than him, I ain't really have nobody because I was playing with Barbie dolls and stuff like that. So.
When I was 5, the dope boys was my role models because that's all I was around. I wanted things they had, so.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Lil Wayne because like after all him going there, like Lil Wayne do a lot of outrageous stuff, and you look at him and you be like, no, I would never go through that. I would never do that. And he talk about a lot of stuff, and he do a lot of stuff. But in the end, like he is somebody you can relate to. Like stuff that he going through is real stuff. Like I can't relate to Barack Obama going to wherever he went to with the perfect wife, 2 kids, specifically 2 kids, which is a perfect family. I cannot relate to that. In no way. Like I've worked for, struggled and worked for everything that I got. Everything that I got is mine. And in the same way, Lil Wayne, he worked the same way. Like he came from this, and I came from this. And like I can't relate with somebody who was already given the silver spoon in his mouth. Like he had no choice but to succeed. Not saying that he had to become president, but he was already going to succeed. Period, regardless. And then he married somebody that's already successful. Like, it's not like they both came up in the struggle together and then they just happened to all of a sudden come across success. It's Lil Wayne, like this man come from nothing. And yeah, he doing all these, having all these kids, but his kids are taken care of. Like he doing what he got to do to survive. And I'm gonna say, like, I'm not saying that people should do what he do, but they should look at him and say, if he can do it, I can do it. And that's how I feel. So I say Lil Wayne.
I think that in terms of hard work, that Lil Wayne would get a better role model, but with Barack Obama, the only thing that I can relate to is him being partial black and partial white. That's the only reason why
he would be a role model because I really don't know nothing about him. But I know Lil Wayne started working when he was very young. You know, I would try to make money at a young age and work my way up to, I guess, being a rich person just like him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, hard work can't get nowhere being lazy. So, Lil Wayne or Barack Obama, who do you think is the better role model and why?
I think Barack Obama is a better role model because he try to influence people to do right. And Lil Wayne, I mean, he might be a good role model, but he's not better than Barack because if you look at it, all he talks about in his songs is drugs, girls, disgracing things.
I'll just pick Barack, mainly because, like I said before, his story is really, this seems better to me. I don't know about other people.
I'm gonna say, like, I feel like to some extent they do, some of them step up to what they should do, but they don't step up as role models because they do what they have to do to survive and to make ends meet, but I don't think they do stuff that they're proud of. Like, they do stuff just to survive. They're not doing stuff like they want their kids to do. They saying, I'm gonna do this so you can survive and so you can be better, but I don't want you to do what I do, so you do better than what I'm doing. So I think they struggle on why they don't step up as role models because they only do things because they have to, not because they want to.
I feel like some black males don't step up because they don't like the attention, and then sometimes you can try to be a role model to someone, but they don't listen, so why even try?
So on the first question, most black males carry a lifestyle that, well, they're not, well, not most, but most ones that could be great role models, they're in a lifestyle that they're sold, and it's not necessarily a good one that you want your kids or maybe a little cousin or somebody to follow. And in answering your second question, that's probably one of the biggest things I have an issue with. Guys who aren't successful or don't make themselves valuable for other people to follow their examples. That's almost like, I never really kind of understood that.
First of all, that's a horrible stereotype that gets enforced on all black men. I believe black males step up as role models, we just don't look hard enough. My dad stepped up as a role model, my brother stepped up as a role model. Did they do it on purpose? I don't know, they did. Does it mean that all black males have to step up as role models? We have good and bad, we're human. Do all humans step up as role models? No, they don't. That's why we have to have a select few role models. Therefore, we're going to focus on blacks. No wonder you're going to focus on a minority. So if you focus on the bad, of course you're not going to have any role models. We watch BET and all we do is watch rap. What rap advertise? Drug dealing, and all the shows we watch, a single black woman. Why? Because the male left the mom with the baby. Of course, if you just keep focusing that in the media, of course we have no good role models.
I don't blame it on the media because I feel like you can look up to whoever you want to regardless of what you see on TV and what they're doing. Because just like if people on TV that's doing bad stuff, they also got people on TV that are doing good things. Like you'll see Lil Wayne and the president on the same channel. Like, so how can you say what the media is giving you is who you are supposed to look up to? Like, you can look up to whoever you want to, it's just who you choosing from the media. Like, what channels are you watching and who are you picking off these specific channels?
Yeah, the media does, because the media shows what they want to be seen. If they didn't want you to see all this negative stuff, they wouldn't show it. And like children, like the effects on children start young because what you see is what you do. And like if you instill it in them being young, it's gonna be in them when they get older. So it does.
I think it does because every time you look at TV, it's something about someone getting in trouble or doing negativity. So, and I always trying to put shame on someone.
No. I look at it like this. If the parents can't tell the kids that, hey, this is not a role model or a person you want to live like, then how can you have the nerve to blame them? The media is not supposed to raise the kids. You are. That's all I can say.
No, I think the media actually gives good role models for people to choose from. You start looking in the right place. If you look on all the bad channels and you're watching gangster movies all the time, of course, those are all bad role models. But look at Nick Jr. Some of those people are actually good role models. If you actually watch it now and then,